Good morning, Tri-City. In today's broadcast, we explore the psychological effects of isolation, the challenges of distance learning, and redefining church. Well, at the end of today's broadcast, you will hear a special message from your 2020-2021 ASB co-presidents. But first, Mika takes a look at how stay-at-home orders are reshaping the way we are involved in church services.
Many churches have been affected by the coronavirus. Here's an inside look.
Our church was affected because we cannot physically meet as a big congregation. However, our pastor is still doing live stream videos with the worship and sermons, so we're still able to gather in our own homes and have an official church service with our congregation online.
Church-wise, as far as Christ, I would think it'll grow even more now. I think during this time, let's say example, Facebook. Every time I go on Facebook, I'm not really a Facebook person, but when I would do go on there, I hear a bunch of just negative things. You just tell people are scared. Church-wise, people that are connected, staying in church or reading in their faith, they're starting to post more and more things, prayer groups, hooking up with other people, getting people to join prayer groups, sharing scriptures, sharing messages that's online. Churches are doing online services. So I think during this time where people are in fear, they're going to start looking towards things like that.
As you can see, although churches have been affected, many people are still attending their services online. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, God often uses challenging situations to cause us to go deeper in our faith. And one of those challenges for students is distant learning. Here's Carlos with more on that.
In this time of crisis, both students and teachers have had to change up their learning style from in-class education to online school. This change has been felt by both student and staff alike, but has this change been beneficial or harmful to our education?
It was easy to adjust to online school, but it took a little getting used to.
Though students and teachers may be in the comfort of their own homes, it doesn't mean they're relaxing. Many students and staff have spoken about their greatly increased workloads, some lasting late into the night. It's clear that the teachers are assigning a greater amount of work to compensate for the absence on campus, resulting in much more work to grade.
So yeah, it was pretty difficult as a teacher to switch to online teaching, mainly because for me, 99% of what I love about my job is interaction with students. So only seeing you on a little screen, and sometimes you're even only that big in a big class, has been tough. As far as the education and the teaching part of it, it's learning some new skills, it's watching a lot of YouTube videos, it's combing the internet for new ideas, and finding really what works for me as an individual teacher. I'm sure it's different for all your teachers, but I think we've all done a really nice job of transitioning over, but really it's the day-to-day interaction and the laughs and just seeing kids. Teenagers are my favorite people.
The interactivity with students on campus has also been lost. So teachers have turned to online office hours for students to ask any questions about their work. While this is a passable solution, the office hours need to be signed up for, meaning that some students who struggle with any particular lesson may slip through the cracks or miss the time for office hours.
The situation we are in is dire, and many are struggling. Despite that, we should be thankful for all the teachers and staff that are working hard to make this time a little less miserable. We should all work together to help those who are struggling and pick up the slack. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely a good reminder to be aware of those who need extra help or attention. In fact, Jacob is going to explore how this time of isolation can also have an impact on your mood and your emotions.
Being isolated for this long can be difficult, and you might be wondering if you're at risk of any psychological effects. Most of us have been sitting around watching TV and playing video games, but it turns out that there are plenty of psychological effects that you could suffer. Scientists and doctors have been studying the effects and have found that many people are having more stress, more despair, and more frustration.
Despair, hopelessness, anxiety, depression, feeling like you're missing out.
Studies show that the stress and frustration is being caused by fear of catching corona, having nothing to do, and financial loss.
Especially if you're constantly on social media and everybody's posting all these great things they're doing and you can't really leave your house.
So how can you protect yourself from declining mental health? Well, the best way is to stay active and to stay connected. Make sure you have some sort of activity to do and try to communicate with others daily. Going outside once a day is also a great way to stay healthy.
Vitamin D, exercise, those are my top two. Probably diet as well.
Hopefully this helps you stay in peak mental shape during this difficult time. And remember that this will all be over soon and that we are doing this to protect others.
Thanks, Jake. It truly is a challenging time for many of us. And I just want to take a minute to encourage all of you. Remember that we can do better to overcome the anxiety, the fear, the depression when we're staying close to Christ. As we're reminded in 1 Peter 5:7, we can cast our worries on Him because He cares for us. Well, we're going to close our broadcast today with a video to introduce you to the ASB co-presidents for the upcoming school year.
Hello, Tri-City. I am very excited to be making this video and hope that you guys are making the most of your quarantine time and staying healthy and safe. I am very, very, very excited for school in the fall to be co-president with one of my closest friends, Miranda Sherwood. We have lots of fun ideas, and I'd just like to take a couple seconds to share some of mine with you. Number one, I want to help increase comfortable environments in our chapels and just create an environment that students will enjoy and make the most out of. I also want to increase student attendance at all sports events through student sections, halftime games, and lots of promotion. I also want to do a better job at recognizing our ASB members and really show you what goes on behind the scenes and who's coming up with these great ideas for themes and events and all that kind of stuff. I would also like to create more little events such as dodgeball nights and just get our student body together so we can really grow bonds together and be one united system where it's not freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It's just seen as Tri-City and one united student body. I also would like to get more and more feedback from you guys, from our student body, through our class reps and taking surveys and all this stuff so we can improve our ASB, improve events, and really make the most out of every single event that we have here. And I hope that you guys are all doing well, and I'm praying for you all, and I can't wait to see you when school comes back.
Hi you guys, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Miranda and I'm your 2020 to 2021 co-president of ASB. On this video, I'm going to discuss just a few of my personal goals as well as a few hopes for events that I have in the future. So one of my big personal goals is to really be as approachable as possible, as I really want you guys to come up and talk to me and give me feedback on events that are coming up or events that have already taken place. Another thing is I really want you guys to come talk to me if you have any ideas or if you have anything that you want to see throughout the school or within an event. Another personal goal of mine is to really reach out through the community this year. After this whole chaotic pandemic, I really think it's important that we help people locally or help people across the world throughout our missions trips or throughout just donations. A few hopes for events that I have are going to be theme months, as well as crazy fun lunch days and so much more. I can't wait for this year with you guys.
All right, well, as we have much to be discouraged about, there are many more things that we have to look forward to and be excited about. We are praying that all of you could see the blessings in the midst of this storm. Until next week, this is TCNN.